As we prepare to review Chapter 4, it focuses on teaching and training, first collectively and then independently. On the opening page of Chapter 4, Professor Spector penned a quote from a sermon given by his father, Rabbi Joseph Spector, explaining his thoughts about teachers. Now, this quote will be found at the very top of page 41, and it reads, "The teacher is the voice that encourages, the ear that listens, the hand that guides, the face that does not turn away." Now, Dr. Spector, however, states in a 2015 blog that he's come to think of a teacher as someone who helps others to have questions. That is, someone who admits to not knowing or understanding something. As we introduce Chapter 4, we will discuss teaching, training, and the chapter concludes with approaches, methods, and technologies. So in this chapter, we are advised to consider teaching and training as different sides of the same coin. Teaching and training are very similar, but the instructional approaches, methods, and technologies are the main differences between them. So let's take a look at teaching. Teaching is generally related to grades K through 12 and higher education. With that being said, the two terms are still often used interchangeably by parents, academics, and universities. The teachers are expected to have the knowledge and skills shown here. These are the 2003 IBS-TPI instructor competencies. According to IBS-TPI, a competency is a set of closely related knowledge, skills, and attitudes required to perform tasks successfully. Now, as you see here, you see professional foundations, planning and preparation, and instructional methods and strategies. These three are considered clusters, meaning that they are closely related. And here to the right, these are individual competencies, all of which supports. These are supporting statements. So basically they help one achieve whatever the specific competency is. Again, I stated earlier that the main difference between teaching and training was the instructional methods and strategies. And as you see here, this is our largest cluster. Now, training typically focuses on learning for adults who are pursuing a better job or a certification of some sort that can lead to a promotion. The IBS-TPI instructor competencies apply for trainers as well. However, because the main audience is the adult learner, who according to Malcolm Knowles, are normally self-directed and takes responsibility for their own learning. So, when planning education technology solutions, trainers and training designers pay closer attention to the characteristics in a particular situation and type of task. Because adults typically bring with them a plethora of experience and expectations, in 1997, Van Merienboer developed the 4C ID for instructional design, which targets decision-making and problem-solving skills. this design focuses on recurrent and non-current tasks. So, recurrent being frequently performed tasks with little to no variation in the way they are performed. So, that's something like replacing a memory chip or in a computer or in a camera. And then the non-recurrent tasks are tasks that are performed differently depending on variations in the task situation. So think about directing a plane in a flight pattern to land. We know that there are several factors that can affect the way that that happens. So that's what we mean when we talk about non-recurrent tasks. So the chapter goes on to say that there are many of the same technologies used for both teachers and trainers, but it is determining the appropriate approaches, methods, and technologies that makes the difference in the effectiveness of each. And then I have a few references that I used for along with the book. So if you want to take a look at those, you're welcome to do so. And thank you so much for your time.